Hello, it's Ron again. I wanted to show you guys the drum and bass that I'm able to make. The reason why drum and bass, for some reason, makes me a better, I make drum and bass better, is something to do with understanding how I understand how it's supposed to sound. I'm not the greatest. I'm not that good. I'm all right, but I feel that because it's upbeat and I have an understanding of what the sounds are, the soundscapes, and how it works, makes it more fulfilling for me. I feel it's a better accomplishment. Like I said about the techno, it's real redundant. I'll show you a techno track and you get an idea. But for some reason, the drum and bass is good. So take a sample of this. This is my latest track, and it's not done. Okay, so that's it. You can get an idea. That does sound pretty decent from what I understand about drum and bass. What really made me understand drum and bass was how some of my friends were at drum and bass. But here, let me go ahead and see. I'm going to load a techno track and show you why I feel, oh, this is just a sample for the techno. Let me go ahead and try this one. This is a techno track, right? Yeah. Okay, so this right here, oh my God, this is from a long time ago. Let's hear it. This is before I really got it, but there's always levels. But this is before I even did any mastering. I think I added oh yeah, this is not from too long ago. Yeah, I got the techno track. This is a comparison of what I did about half a year ago, or about 4 months ago. Now you can see how redundant it is. It's just, That's why I need to do something different, a different approach to making techno. Okay, so we're going to cut that right here. Wait, let's see what this does. Watch. Okay, so let me go ahead and open up a techno track. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to go into Fruity Loop tracks. And I got techno right here, and I got my save files. We'll go to 5. Techno drone. I made this on the 11th. Now you see the difference. You see how I have a bunch of colors, and I don't really have soundscapes, but I really was starting to get into this, and this is what I want to point out too. You notice that you see a lot of like little squares and everything here. Well, this is the difference between Fruity Loops. It's like you can paint it like this, but in Acid it rolls to the side. Like this just it's not the same as Acid. I would say I'm trying to give a comparison. I think that Acid would be a better program, and I was going to approach that. I have Acid 3.0, and I made tracks in that, and I can show you that too. But let's get to this. Watch. So I got a synthesizer loop here, and I got a beat here, and then I get a hi-hat. Claps. But the best way to do this is to lay it out all across the grid. Let's just, when I played that, that's a bass line here. Okay, but you see how it works, though, you know. Let me show you. This is an old program. Let me close Fruity Loops. This is an old program, and I managed to get it to work. Not recently, but I networked it when I installed it, and it was all funky. So now I got myself a USB. Not recently. I bought one of these when I bought my dad's computer so that we would have it for music because we rip our music. So this is Acid Techno 3.0, and it's basically what Acid is. And this was software from way back. That Acid Pro is great, okay? And they've improved it. And they're really competing with like Fruity Loops. And Fruity Loops is awesome. Fruity Loops is awesome. Okay. Wait. So that was playing because I clicked on it. But let me drag one of these in, and that's a bass. And basically, in Acid, you're not, well, I don't know how the new software design is, but basically it's more subtle, but it's great. And I'll play you a drum and bass track that I made great drum and bass tracks on this software recently. So let me just go ahead and get this started. So I'm going to try drums, and you just click on one of these and it gives you a sample drum. Let me turn it down low. Okay, so let me see. Okay, I'll do that. So you heard that bass and this, and then you just click paint, and all you do is this. It's real easy. Even the professional DJs use this, like Tony B. So let me see, watch. So see, I got the beat, and then like watch, I could just like do this, and then I have a little volume here because you can't really hear the bass, so I'm gonna turn it up. And then like I can go into like one shots. No. Okay, I'm gonna start this over again. Right? Yeah, I'm so used to Fruityloops with the space bar and all the hotkeys, so I'm kind of whacked out on this one here. But let me see here. I'm gonna do this. Drum loops. Let me see. And see, like, as it's playing, if I want to collaborate, I can just keep going like this. It's endless the way it works. It's a great program. So let me go to hi-hats. Oh, this is what I want. So let me see if I want this one. Wait. These are just one shots. They're not percussion. But watch. Let me show you. Give me an example. Wait. Okay. So we'll put that in. And then see, I can do this. And then if I zoom in, you can add it more in between. And then, like, you can just go along here. It's more productive. It's less strenuous. And then you can, like, take this out and then just... See that? And then you can just go like this, boom. And then start, you just keep going. That's why I love Acid. So let me show you some files that I have here though. We'll try this drum and bass track. Oh no, it doesn't work. So I have to go into, let me see here, file. I know where it is, don't worry. Acid songs. Alright, bassy grooves. Oh wait, hold on. Now let me show you. You get an idea of how this is. See, so like I got this muted here, and it was the original, and I just didn't like it because it was so redundant over the whole track. So I made version 2 for this, and you can see how like all my percussions are like this. And what I did was, to get the real drum and bass feel, I kind of like offset, like you can kind of move over a little bit to the side. You can zoom in on this and offset things a little, which adds flavor to the drum and bass sound. So let's play this track, watch. And these are all loops, so all you need is loops. Pretty hardcore. See, like I got one of these percussions a little off. I just offset it. software. Yeah, if I recommend any software to someone that wants to make easy music and have fun doing it, you should go with Acid Pro. It just makes it easier. I'll let it play just a little more. But you see how, like, in between all this, there's things that I haven't played yet, and then I bring it back here, and then I bring it back into here, and it becomes that. When all this, like, it makes it easier for doing this way. It doesn't work that way in Fruityloops. It's very hard because what happens is, with this, whatever you paint on each line is always the dedicated loop. So it's like endless with just the way how fast you can make a track. And that's the way Acid works. Now Fruityloops, on the other hand, is really great. I love the program. The reason why I got Fruityloops was because I want it to be custom with everything. And if you hit tab, you can just go through everything here. It just takes you through the mixer and everything, and I'll show you an example. I'll load up a song. And now you see all these things. You just hit tab and you go through everything, and you got a mixer and all that. And that's why it's so great. You know, it's just so great. But this song is, whoa, what is this song? Let me see. Oh, I know what song it is. I think I know. I haven't finished this song, I think. Let me see. Oh, I did finish this song. Yeah. This is another new song I did because it's in the order. Oh, no, this is old. This is something that... Well, I gotta hand it to Reed Speed. I met her and I got her Tinkerbell dust. Because this was me trying to make drum and bass before she inspired me. Ugh. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I have a little indigestion there, but here we go. Okay. So let me play you something. I know this is supposed to be like some kind of tutorial on my drum and bass skill and all that, but let me play one more thing and I'll show you what Fruityloops. But you know, it's just like I was saying in the video about getting an MPC, I want to take a different approach to this. So let me see here. Give me a second. Fruityloops tracks. Okay. So now I go here. Super Dope's a good song. And I'm giving you an example of how Fruityloops. I mean, I can change the layout here. I got all the colors. This song, see, I didn't change the color schemes. But you see what I was doing? But see, now, this is the thing. In Acid, whatever when you saw how the tracks were lined up, those tracks, these are like track lines, but they don't mean that this thing here is associated with this. This is just a track line. Now in Acid, whatever you put goes into the track line. So that's why it's so much easier, because you could just go boom, 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 and pay. I mean, you can make a song. I've made songs, great songs, and they sound great because they're not so minimal, and there's just a clarity to it that Acid Pro has just by default, and using loops, and there's a good quality overall. But I've made songs literally as I was painting it along, and finished the song in the same amount of time it was playing. So like in 8 minutes, I finished a 6-minute song in like 8 minutes. It was crazy, and I just couldn't believe it. But then what happened was I got out of producing like with Acid, and I was DJing more. And then back in like whatever, I think it was like 2010 or 11, I said I want to produce my own custom music. And now look at me, I'm getting MPC. And so this Fruityloops has so much more versatile stuff that you can just go through, but it's like I was saying, it just throws a lot of stuff at you, and it's too overwhelming. And I think that along the line, with more experience producing on different equipment, I'll probably be better at mastering. But still, I don't think there's enough clarity, and it's not just Fruityloops. I don't think there's enough clarity mastering on software alone. So this is a great track. I just made this on the 14th of this month, which was some odd days ago. Drum and bass. Big props to my homie Murdoch and the girl Speed Read. But you see how I got everything like that? That's where you get it. It's good to get it right on the grid like that. Watch this part. Oh my god. But I love this. So all this, like, it takes a long time to get like 3 minutes in on Fruityloops. But on the Acid, it's just instant. It's so good, especially for people that want to produce and start off. I think it's always going to be really the best for just easier production. It's just made that way, and that's what I'm saying. There's the how it competes, the way different software works. And I'm just tired of thinking like I need Pro Tools or Logic or something. And I've had Reason, and Reason's great, and I had no producer on Reason, and it's But just wanted to show you that. I'm going to try to do something else, explain something of different situations, try to talk about different things. Okay? See you later.